Welcome to Crow Inclined, here today with a daily energetic check-in. I am using the Good Tarot, today for our pick a card, and we have 3 to choose from. So pile number 1, this is your card of focus. And we have the Golden Wheel Tarot. Pile number 2, your card of focus. And we're going to use the Pulp Tarot with that one. And pile number 3, excuse me, your card of focus. And we are going to use the Witch of the Forest Magic Tarot. Okay, those are your choices today. Feel free to pause and ponder, and I will see you in your pile. Welcome, pile number 1, and your card of focus is the Ten of Earth. What a beautiful card, right? We have your main character here, very calm and relaxed. Wolf, calm and relaxed as well, sitting next to the box of treasure, right? So the Ten of Earth is basically the 10 of Pentacles, and it talks about abundance and prosperity, right? Domestic contentment. Whatever material world things, items, money means abundance to you, right? It's a very, very grounded energy as well. And it can also indicate that wealth may be increased by detailed attention to communications at this time. All right. So this is also a time that you're able to step back and observe the results of what you've built. Okay, through your, hard work and your dedication. It's okay at this point, well, it's time really to claim ownership of what you've built, because you did it and you brought it into the material world in a very, very, very successful way. Okay, this is the kind of success that ripples through generations. This is about achieving mastery and inheriting treasures of knowledge and experience because of all that you've been through. Okay, so be sure to give a nod at all the good fortune that this card represents. Okay, generational wealth that ripples through your family. It touches anyone that it's just absolutely total contentment and abundance in the material world. Okay, this is an unshakable foundation for you. All right, what a beautiful card. What a beautiful card. All righty. And I have the Golden Wheel Tarot, so we're going to use this to get into this message today. I want to thank you all so much for being here. I'm honored to be able to bring you these messages. I hope you're all doing well. I am so appreciative of all the ways that you guys have been supporting the growth of this channel, and I'm proud of you for showing up. I'm happy for you, and wish to be supportive in however I can for you in your journey. Please keep in mind this is a timeless reading, so whenever it shows up, there might be something there for you, okay? And it is for the collective. It is a general reading, so not all the readings are going to be yours, so practice your discernment. Follow your intuition. You'll know. You'll know. Okay. So yeah, the Page of Cups. There's a fresh new energy coming in. This is about, this is a message right? And it's generally a message of good fortune, love, that kind of thing, right? Now remember, so there is a message coming in around this Ten of Earth energy, but remember this Ten of Earth also says for the Ten of Pentacles that paying attention, like detailed attention to communications right now can increase whatever this wealth is. Okay, so maybe someone out there is getting an inheritance or some help or whatever, okay? Regardless, there's a good, fresh, loving message coming in with that Page of Cups. Okay. Now, in your energy, the Two of Swords. So, yeah, in your energy, you've got something, a decision to make. Excuse me. You've got something that might be on your mind. I like this, though, you know, because this person is going within to find the answer, right? To make this decision. Kind of blocking out all the sounds around and sort of the chaotic, this looks like chaotic weather, and going within to figure out which way to go here. So you've got a decision to make about something. Okay. Now, keep in mind we have the Queen of Wheels showing up. Wow, that's the Queen of Pentacles. So maybe you have a message coming in from a Queen of Wheels. Maybe this is about your financial stability, obviously, with our Ten of Earth, but this is sort of a completion, right? Remember, tens are an ending, like you've completed what you needed to complete to get to this Ten of Pentacles. So let's see where this goes. It could be a message incoming from a Queen of Wheels, or you are stepping into your Queen of Wheels. That's quite possible once this decision is made. All right, let's get, what's this Page of Cups about? And it could be an offer of love coming in as well. But ultimately, this energy here is about your stability in the material world, your financial and material world abundance, and the achievement of it. Okay. Oh, wow, under the Page of Cups, we have the Knight of Wands. Okay, so maybe this Knight is bringing in the message. It's kind of fiery and juicy. This could be kind of a stubborn energy as well, but a lot of self-confidence. Yeah, I mean, the Knights usually are pushing forward with an idea as well. So maybe whatever this message is connected with how this Knight is going to, this Knight energy is going to move forward with whatever this is. This could be the decision. Maybe you're waiting for this message to take action. Maybe that's part of your decision. Let's keep going. Let's get something for the Two of Swords. Three of Swords. All right. So heartache, heartbreak, sorrow, loss, or some grief with this. Kind of, looks like her head hurts, right? So this is a painful decision. There's a really, really hard decision that you have to make. So this is why you're sort of in this energy of going within to really like determine what the best route is to take. You have two things to choose from. It's making you crazy a little bit. And with the heartache, I mean, maybe neither one of them is something that you want to consider, but keep in mind, we have the World. Yeah, so this is an ending to a cycle. This is ending to a karmic cycle, which, you know, Ten of Earth is also an ending. So you're completing a cycle. You're completing a cycle. Now, two cards came out with that. It was that one and the Hanged Man. So completing this cycle actually may have put you in sort of this Hanged Man energy, right? Sort of a cosmic timeout. You've got to stop and reevaluate the situation and find understanding in everything that you've been through. And then you've got to pivot. You have to pivot and find a new approach. Okay. That could be why this 2 and this 3 are in your energy, because you're still kind of going through and assessing all of the things, looking at everything for better understanding while you're completing this cycle. All right, let's get another one for this Knight of Wands. Who is this Knight of Wands? Who is this Knight of Wands? Well, I mean, it's coming in with the Ace of Wheels as well. So this is really about, it's whatever this message is, and this forward momentum with this fiery energy is about your financial and material world stability. Like this is the richest card in the deck, right? The most abundant card in the deck in the material world realm. So there's definitely something coming in for you, especially with this 10 of Earth energy. Okay, so what's this decision, and why are you in this sort of heartache? You know, we have to be careful of that 3 of Swords, because we can take, a lot of times it's about things that didn't work out, that broke our heart. But we can also take that energy and make it part of our narrative, in our narrative in our mind, right? Part of our story. And that becomes part of a belief system that might be outdated. Maybe this is why you're reassessing this internal energy. Maybe your thoughts about money or the past, or past with money, is outdated. And that could be part of completing this cycle and getting out of the Hanged Man here. Not that the Hanged Man is a bad place to be. It's a safe place to sort of chill and sort things. Yeah, under the 3 of Swords is the 7 of Cups. Yeah, so there's a lot of opportunity around you, but it could be creating confusion. This does really feel like kind of confused energy in here. But maybe it's just really opportunities. Ooh, yeah, you know, you're over here, you've got this decision to make with that 2 of Swords. You may be looking at more than one thing, right, that you have to decide about. But it feels like in your energy, neither one of them are what you really want. All right. There's a message coming in. There's something coming in for you that is going to be beneficial. Pay attention right now, especially to the details through communication. I don't know why that keeps coming up. Let's get another card for that 3rd pile there. Communication of some sort. We have the 8 of Cups, yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, when we end a cycle here, right? We're talking about that 3rd pile there. So you've reached sort of this grounded energy, abundant energy of the Queen of Pentacles, or the Queen of Wheels. It's ending a cycle, which means you're completing it. You're going to be able to sort of enjoy the successes. But you're also in this Hanged Man energy that might be right before you cross the finish line, right? So as you're moving one leg of your journey and moving into another, we have the 8 of Cups showing up, which is walking away from things that no longer serve you, right? We were just talking about how sometimes old hurts can become part of our narrative, and then they become part of a belief system, which isn't necessarily true. And then that belief system becomes outdated because it doesn't align with us anymore. So here, with the 8 of Cups showing up, you're going to be walking away from those, right? With this Hanged Man, you've got to understand it differently, look at it differently, and then pivot away from it because it doesn't serve you any longer, right? I'm going to be walking away from that. There is some sort of message incoming for you, though, about about this Ace of Wheels here. All right. Yeah, we have the Three of Cups showing up. So this is all about community and celebration. These are your besties. So there's going to be some sort of celebration once you can kind of understand the energy that you're in right now and why. Yeah, it's going to be it's going to be about transmuting that energy and walking away from what doesn't serve you anymore. But it is coming in, okay, and it's going to be good. I think you're just kind of going through a little tumultuous time right now in your head with some decision making. Right, there's something you need to decide about right now, and while you're doing all this other stuff's going to start to come in. All right. Once you do that, it's going to come in real fast with this Eight of Wands. Now, remember, the Wands are also communication, right? So there's going to be some fast-moving communication around this. Maybe once you make this decision, the decision that you need to make. It feels like you have a couple of opportunities around you, and you're just not sure what to do. Go within. See what aligns with you, okay? We have the Seven of Wheels showing up. So it's a card of persistence. Actually, it's more of a card of faith, right? You've been working really, really long and hard on something, some sort of seeds that you planted, and can you see signs of life in them, right? So it is a card of faith and hope in what you've planted, but it's also a card of taking a look at it, maybe, to see if you still want to continue in that direction, which could also be part of this decision you need to make. Now, it did fall on this side of the reading here, which is in alignment with that Ace of Wheels. So it might be a good idea to just have some faith on it, about it. And then we have Temperance showing up, which is moderation. It's divine timing. So this is coming in, right? It's coming in. If it's not already here, the Ten of Earth. And when it does, if it hasn't yet, it is divine timing, okay? And now this divine timing is part of this message coming in, and then this forward momentum, and then the money coming in. And, you kind of getting out of this energy over here, sort of struggling kind of energy. Let's get one more for that. I want one more for that energy. Because it feels like with the Three of Cups and the Eight of Wands on top, you're going to be lifted out of it by this message, right? Yeah, Six of Cups. It's a memories of the past, whether it's this lifetime, past lifetimes. The card of ancestors. This is a really beautiful card, the Six of Cups. So it's possible that what you need is in your past, like maybe thinking about a memory or having better understanding about memories is going to help you make the decision and kind of step out of this, right? It's going to help you step into the celebration and of this whole transition here that you're going through to complete this cycle with the world showing up there. It's possible the decision is walking away. I mean, the things that you're going to have to walk away from could be painful. We don't always just walk away from things that, that we don't like. Sometimes we have to walk away from things that we love, people, places, things, situations, aspects of the self, in order to make room for what's coming. Okay? So I think that's what's happening, and it all is, of course, centered around this Ten of Earth and this Ace of Wheels. Okay? All right, pile number one, that is your message. I hope it helped. It kind of feels like it was a little all over the place, but it makes sense to me. I hope I was able to convey that. Please like and subscribe, share with your besties, and I will see you next time. Welcome, pile number two, and your card of focus is the Page of Air. okay, which is likened to the Page of Swords. And we know the Page of Swords it's about new ideas. It's about getting to high ground so that you can have a clear vision of what's coming. Things that if you want the information, right, you have to look at it from a different vantage point. It also can cut away some confusion around something, around a matter, an event, a situation, whatever your query is. Okay. It's about new ideas. And with the Page of Air, it's a theory that's not yet proven. Okay, so there's curiosity and ambition that goes along with it as well. It's a new focus for you. All right. And it calls for greater investigation because you've probably only just scratched the surface of what it is. All right. So by using things like, I don't really know, or that's really interesting, like thinking those kinds of things, they're great ways to explore a new idea, right? What can you learn by asking these by making these statements about this new focus that you have? What do you really know about it? And if you don't know, it's time to investigate. If you find it interesting, why? What about it is so interesting to you? Okay, so it's kind of about finding clarity as well around something new that you're wanting to do, right? That curiosity and that ambition for something new and interesting, a new focus. All right, this is how we get some clarity on that. Get to higher ground. Sometimes it can mean stepping away from the emotions of something and stepping more into like the logical realm, strategy, logic, intellect, right? Critical thinking. Okay, so we have the Pulp Tarot here, and we're going to dig into this message for you today. I want to thank everyone so much for being here. I really, really appreciate it. Please keep in mind this is a timeless reading and also general for the collective, so it's not a one-on-one. Please use your discernment. You'll know if this reading is meant for you or not. Okay, I'm super, super honored to be here for you, and thank you for having me along on your journey. Okay. All right. There we go. Okay. All right. So right out of the gate, we have the Five of Cups. All right. Crying over spilt milk, sorrow, really feeling the loss of the cups that have spilled. But there are still two cups standing up, right? We just need to kind of turn around and take a look. So fives are breakthrough cards too. So with this also comes some understanding. Once we can kind of separate from the emotion, Page of Air, and understand that there are other opportunities, right? Other heartfelt opportunities there. Yeah, you might need to step away from. Okay. Yeah, and the Six of Cups. Okay. So there's a lot of emotion already out on the mat here. So this is typically good memories, though, like remembering the past in a special light, thinking of someone special. It can also be someone coming back around, perhaps. All right. So both of these cups are of emotions. Maybe thinking good thoughts is making you feel sad for some reason. It's quite possible. And keep in mind the Hanged Man. Okay, this actually came out in pile number 1 in the keep in mind section there. Yeah, so the Hanged Man, right? Cosmic timeout. Stop and pause. Stop, pause and stop. Pause and stop. It's a card of enlightenment. We stop and we think about our lives, because you can't move forward in this way, right? So it is a card of pivot that comes with understanding and enlightenment. It's about finding a new approach to something that you want, right? Just like the Five of Cups here, you know, this character's new approach would be lift your head and turn around. Okay. Okay, but the Page of Air talks about a new focus. It talks about a new focus. So instead of focusing on what didn't work out here in this Five of Cups, it is time to turn, right? It is time to gain some understanding about that situation. Interesting. Okay, we have the Wheel of Fortune. So it's a card of karma and destiny. This is just part of your journey. It's already written into the fabric of your story. It is. But also in your energy, look at that. You have the Ace of Wands. This is a gift from Spirit. This is a wake-up call. Okay? So you are being called to wake up. You're being woken up. This is kind of a bonk on the head card. You know, wakey, wakey, eggs and bakey. But it's in your energy. So it's happening right now. It's happening right now. Something's coming back around and bonking you on the head. I mean, not in a bad way, in a way like that'll give you this aha moment about something, about this new focus, right? Interesting. Yeah, with the Hangman, yeah, once you have this understanding and this bonk on the head comes, things are going to start moving really, really fast. Now, this is also about communication, so there could be some communication coming in, or you're going to be communicating with someone about something, but you know, regardless, it is really fast moving energy. Okay, wands are really fast. Once you come out of this Hangman, once you have that level of understanding and knowledge about these cups that didn't work out for you, and you're able to turn and start focusing on the new ones, that's your new focus right there. This is the lesson that you're meant to learn from this, because we can really get stuck on things that didn't work out, right? And they can influence our future. They can influence the new things that come in. So you don't want whatever this new focus is, this new idea with the Page of Air, to be tainted by past experiences, okay? Because it feels like this is something completely different that shouldn't be compared with the past, right? Shouldn't be compared with the past. Yeah. There's the Eight of Swords. All right. Yeah, so this is restrictions and limitations that you're placing on yourself. Okay, when you compare everything new with things in the past that didn't work out, those are limitations and restrictions. You know, you've got to allow for things to unfold in magical ways. You have to allow for things to present themselves in mystical, magical ways, right? With the awe and wonder of a child. Not with a mind of don't, can't, shouldn't, won't, that kind of thing. Okay. Wow, very cool. Very switched on, this reading. Pile number 2. Yeah. Okay, there's our Three of Wands. So you're already moving forward on an idea. Okay, the Two of Wands is sort of the planning stage, and the 3 is taking steps into the unknown, right? This figure here, I mean, she has to take the helmet off and see if she can even breathe the air on this planet. There's only one way to do it, and that's just to do it. And this is in your energy, so you are. So you're already taking action on something, okay? And that's great, because that is that curiosity and ambition that the Page of Air talks about for you today. Oh, okay, we have the Three of... Wow, the Three of Swords came out in pile number 1 too. Or pile number 1 as well. Yeah, look at that, the Three of Swords. Yes. Keep in mind, please be careful. I mean, this is our heartache. These are things that broke our heart, but they can become part of our narrative. Okay? And when we create stories around our hurt and our heartache, sometimes they become part of a belief system or a pattern of behavior. This is something that we need to stop. I feel like with this energy moving so fast with this Eight of Wands, you're going to see this in a whole different light. This Three of Swords energy, this heartache. This heartache is directly tied to this Five of Cups over here, right? You have the three spilt cups and you have the three swords in the heart. Look at them from a different perspective, from a different vantage point, according to that Page of Air, right? The Page of Swords. And with your Hanged Man energy, you're going to turn around, you're going to lift your head, you're going to stand tall, and you're going to turn around and you're going to look at those two cups there. Because there's something definitely good that's going to come in for you, okay? Once you can step away from sort of these limiting and restrictive thoughts that your limitations and restrictions that you're placing on yourself. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to say that right. Okay. In your energy you are, but this is just sort of, it feels like a cautionary tale a little bit to not get, that's why also with the Page of Air, it's about sort of detaching from the emotions of something and looking at things through the eyes of logic, okay? Okay, yeah, it's about balance. We have the Two of Pentacles here. Getting grounded. It's kind of hard to get grounded in the sand, right? If you've ever run in the sand or walked through the sand, it's not easy. But this is definitely about getting balanced, right? Balance and equality. You might be juggling some things right now, right? I like that there are two coins here, right? With the Five of Cups, there's still two standing cups. There they are. Yeah, whatever this new focus is that you have, you know what you need to do. I think it's going to be really, really good. Your energy is good. Yeah, here we have the King of Wands. Yeah, you're meant to sort of step into the King of Wands energy, right? Trailblazer. There are many ways to achieve your goals, okay? You don't have to do it the way everybody says it has to be done. You can do it however works for you, because there are so many different ways to reach a goal. And the King of Wands, this little rule breaker, whom we love, very self-confident, very independent, doesn't need an entourage, can do this on their own, So this is the energy moving forward with this Page of Air, this new focus, whatever this is. Ask yourself about it. Like we said before, ask yourself about it. What do you know about it? What do you not know about it? What is interesting? Why is it interesting? It's going to help you move through this energy. It's going to help you stand up. Okay. We have the Knight of Wands coming in as well. So yeah, the Knight goes rushing in and fans the flames on that beautiful, beautiful idea. All right. Yes, yes, yes. Oh my goodness sakes. And yeah, it definitely is a wish or a dream of yours. Look at that, the stars coming. Remember, the stars also are guiding light, which we carry within us. So it's okay to go within to understand these things. But this is definitely something you've wished and dreamed for. And it looks like in your energy, your understanding, you got the wake-up call. It's something that you've thought about in your past, and you are taking action on it. Beautiful, beautiful energy. So be mindful of inner narratives. Make sure that old hurts don't become your story. Okay. That's why the Hangman is here once again, to allow you that time to understand the hurts and look at them from a different perspective, right? We often look at things that don't work out and wonder why. But whenever something doesn't work out, something else always does. All right, so keep that in mind. All right, pile number 2, that is your message. Thank you so much for being here. Like and subscribe, share with your besties, and I will see you next time. Welcome, pile number 3, and your card of focus is Call. Okay, now this is like Judgment in a traditional tarot deck, right? And when we talk about, excuse me, when we talk about judgment, this really is sort of that finest transformation of the soul, right, that can occur. It's a positive rebirth experience that's less drastic than, say, getting the Death card, right? This is a different kind of rebirth. This is the kind of rebirth that leads you to a better life experience, right? But you didn't have to go through like a physical ending or leave the physical body to realize it. So outcomes when we get this Call card or the card of Judgment are always very high, of a very high order. So regardless of your current situation, you're kind of destined for a whole new level of life. Okay? And experiences that kind of come with the Judgment card or the card of Call, as it is in this deck, is like improvements, glory, joy, new life, and definitely new awareness, because it is a card of assessing our lives, ourselves, and awakening. All right? So everything that you need right now to move forward with purpose, you have. And you're being called into a deeper, more authentic relationship with yourself, with your higher power, and with people around you. When you step into those higher energies, you will attract different people. You may lose people. But this is karmic. This is meant for you right now. So you're here in this moment. You're here in this time for a reason. It's time to step forward into the true self, right? And the way that we can do that is expressing our authentic selves through our actions, through our interactions, through our relationships, through how we move in the world, how we speak, how we feel. So you're definitely enough. And within you is this beautiful divine blueprint that has so much meaning for you and for those people around you, right? Because when we are living authentically, we inspire others to do the same, right? Judgment card, the call to allow this finest of transformations that can happen for the soul, right? All right. We have the Witch of the Forest Tarot, and we're going to go ahead and dig into this message. It's such a beautiful, this energy feels so gentle. Yeah, I want to thank you so much for being here. I'm so honored to be able to bring you these messages every day, and I'm happy to ride along on your adventures. Please keep in mind that this is a timeless reading, and it's also general for the collective. So take it as it resonates. Use your discernment. You'll know. And thank you for all the ways you guys have been helping me build this channel. I really appreciate it. All right. Victory, triumph, glory. It is a card of recognition. A card of success. Maybe a successful transformation, but those around you are going to notice, okay? Yeah, in your energy is the Page of Pentacles. So new and fresh. This is sort of the beginning of, it is an idea, right? For building a foundation in the material world. About grounding into the energies, about being unshakable in your foundation. When we are unshakable in our foundation, we can accomplish anything. So this page, and yes, pages are childlike, but the Page of Pentacles has this adult-like strategic mind for finances and investing and things like that. So this is in your energy. So you might be looking at money a little bit differently. Seven of Wands. It's all about standing your ground. It's a card of persistence, knowing what you want and standing up for it. Okay. And that comes after this 6 over here, the 6 of Wands into the 7. So you have great achievement here with the 6, and now you've got to stand your ground with it. You might have some people coming at you over it, possibly. That's okay. You're going to stand your ground in it, but it looks to me like in your energy, you're more focused on moving forward with this, whatever this new beginning is, with this Page of Pentacles. Well, it's coming through this transformation. This card of transformation. Yeah, underneath that 6, you have the World. So you're definitely completing a karmic cycle here. This, the World allows us to enjoy the successes, right? With that 6 there. Take a little break and just enjoy the rewards and successes of where you're coming from, right? Of this cycle that you are completing at this time. Very cool. All right. Yeah. So you're looking at ways to build a better foundation, and it appears to me that it could either be confusion or opportunities at this point. To me, it feels like opportunities coming out underneath that Page of Pentacles. But we'll keep, and you know, with this awakening card, right? The call, I wouldn't be surprised if there were some new opportunities. I don't feel like it's confusion, right? Because this transformation is for your highest good, which also gives clarity. So I don't think it's confusion. I think it's opportunities. And many, many opportunities. Okay. Yeah, so you're having to stand your ground on your recent success, right? And it's kind of making, it's causing some anxiety and some sleepless nights. I'm not sure why yet, but someone is really stressed out, right? Maybe there are too many opportunities. Maybe you're still going through the last little bits of this transformation and not quite to that finish line. That could be creating some of this mind spin, worry, and anxiousness with that 9 of Swords. Let's get another card for this. You could be coming out of that as well. Maybe that is the ending. It's close. That's the 9. It's almost the 10. Oh my goodness, thanks. And as I say, it's almost the 10. Here's the 10. Yeah. Yeah, you're definitely this, as you've gone through this success and this recognition, you're completing this cycle, and it's ending. It's putting an end to all this pain. Yeah. We have the 7 of Pentacles coming out under the 7 of Cups. Yeah. So it's almost like there's this new sort of idea around the abundance in the material world, right? And it could be family and groundedness, planting roots, that kind of thing. And then you've got these, it feels like, because the 7 of Pentacles is about planting a seed and watching it or waiting for it to come to fruition, right? Have you planted the seed in many, many different things, for many different things? You have 7 Pentacles and you have 7 Cups. it almost feels like you cast a wide net here, and maybe you're waiting to see which one comes to fruition. Yeah, that could definitely cause some sleepless nights if you've started a bunch of different things and put energy and effort into a bunch of different things, and maybe you're not quite seeing any fruits of your labor, right? That can cause that anxiety and stress over there. Not to worry, because the nature of this reading is this victory card and recognition. Okay, so you're coming out of that. It's going to end the pain, and you're going to complete this cycle in a very victorious manner. Very victorious manner. Yeah, it looks like you've been holding on. You've been standing your ground, which is persistence. You've been having sleepless nights, and it looks like you're holding on to your last little pennies there. Yeah, this transformation for you with the Judgment card here, the Call card, it's ending all of this. You know, the fours are all sort of like on hold, right? Holding the money. An energy of holding on. Just hold on, hold on, hold on is what I'm getting. Hold on, hold on, hold on. That, yeah, you're not meant to give up yet. Don't give up yet, because this beautiful energy is going to come through, eliminating all of this pain. Okay, this is going to build a foundation for you. Is just taking a, well, I mean, Pentacles are so super small, slow moving is what I'm trying to say. They're super slow moving. Yeah, you had an idea. You had a new fresh idea with this Page of Wands. Are you trying to decide if you need to go in a different direction? Remember that the Call, being Judgment, is a rebirth without actually having to leave your your physical body. I mean, it's happening. It's almost like a reincarnation without going anywhere, right? If that makes any sense. So yeah, the 8 came flying out too. So, and this is limitations and restrictions that we place on ourselves. It feels like maybe there's something you're being a little too rigid about. Maybe this is a new idea, right? Maybe it's time to let go of these old ways that haven't really given you any fruits, and turn and look at this new idea coming in. Maybe that's what this sort of limitation and restriction is that you're placing on yourself. It could be. Wow, you had the 8, 9, and the 10 of Swords. So you're definitely working through some hard mental things right now. Hard mental things right now. And we have the 5 of Swords as well. Yeah, this is, I mean, because this in your energy has been moving so slow, especially with that 7 of Pentacles and trying to reach a goal, right? And with the persistence card, you know, of standing your ground coming in, it's almost as if it's possible you lost why you're even fighting in the first place. Take it back to those original wishes and dreams, those original things that you put thought and heart and passion and possibly money into, right? And realign. This is sort of out of alignment, because it's just about fighting now. It's not really about, I mean, it's winning. It's definitely about winning, but it's not really about solving a problem anymore. It's just about fighting for fighting's sake. Okay? Yeah, you're definitely up in your head about something, but this transformation is going to bring in this success and this completion, right? It's going to wipe all of these swords off the playing field, and it's going to allow you to focus in on building this better foundation for yourself. Okay, you're not doing anything wrong. Everything you're doing is right. except maybe it's time to step away from limits and restrictions that you're putting on yourself. But everything else, this is karmic. You're meant to go through this lesson. And hello, the Fool. Yeah, this is going to put you on a new journey for sure with this page. And this page. Page of Pentacles and the Page of Wands. Yeah, it's go time. It's go time. This is sort of a different kind of transformation, similar to a death and rebirth, just without actually, like I said, leaving our physical body. Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, you're going to be able to lay your root. Wow. Yeah, this is an ending. This is an ending to a really, really long, hard slog. How about? Whew. Yeah, you've been through it. Hang in there. You're so close. You are so close. Don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give up. Here we have a card of charity coming out. All right. This is helping just because, right? It's giving and receiving openly. This is where you're meant to be. This goes over here with this Fool card. Okay. Under the deck. Wow. Holy. Wow. Oh my gosh, you guys. Oh my gosh. What? Under the deck. Temperance. Divine timing. The sun is coming. The sun is coming out. Right? Success and joy. You have the Strength card and the Judgment card. So I'm going to call it a double tap, even though it didn't come out right away, but 4 majors on the bottom. Things for you to consider that you might not be considering, right? Is that this is meant to happen when it's meant to happen. It's gonna illuminate your world with the sun. You do have the strength and the control to step away from those lower emotional, vibrational energies. And you're awakening. That's the call. That's the call. This is beautiful. There's something really, really cool waiting for you. You've got to get out of your head, change your perspective, and get on it. This is beautiful. All right, pile number 3, that is your message. Thank you so much for being here. Like and subscribe, share with your besties, and I will see you next time.